Welcome back to Dan's Messy Garage. I am in my messy garage working on the 200 cubic inch 6-cylinder engine that I pulled out of this 67 Falcon. I have it all taken apart and I'm going to start cleaning up a lot of the parts. Now, to my surprise, I guess you'd call it, when I pulled the head off, it did not have a lot of carbon in it. It had some, but it came right off real quick with a wire wheel and a grinder. And before I could even think, I went ahead and cleaned out the tops of all the pistons because there's hardly anything there. And I forgot I was going to be doing a video on cleaning that, but anyways, the pistons don't have a lot of carbon on them. Even on the sides, they're not too bad. So what I did is I took a test solution of Simple Green, A-Team, Oil Eater, Pine Sol, Dawn, baking soda, mixed them up with some water and did a test. I took one of these main bearing caps and a couple bolts, ran another main bearing cap and 2 bolts through that solution for 15 minutes. It did a beautiful job. So now I'm going to take and mix up like 16 ounces of each of those. Simple Green, Pine Sol, that's Dollar Tree, Pine Sol, Pine Glow. Oil Eater, I'm going to use 8 ounces of Dawn and 16, I think I said that. Going to be 16 ounces of that, 16 of this, 16 of that, 8 ounces of Dawn, 16 ounces A-Team, and a few, 5 or 6 tablespoons of baking soda. I'm going to put it all into my ultrasonic cleaner, which I currently have being warmed up. I'm going to do it at 60 degrees Celsius. And I'm going to throw all these parts in there. And we're going to see if 15 minutes does it. I think it will. But we're going to find out together. So I'm going to have about 4.5, maybe 4 to 4.5 gallons of solution. There's going to be 16, 32, 64 plus 72, I don't know, 75 ounce maybe worth of detergent and baking soda in there. So, like I'm running out of things to say, I just better get to it. So let me get these in there and I'll turn you on when I get them in there. All right, I've got all the main caps in there. I've got 3 of the piston, ouch, hot, piston and rod assemblies in there. And I have the timing chain cover in there. I'm going to do 15 minutes. Then we're going to pull them out and look at them. And then I can throw in the other 3 piston and rods. Just all wouldn't fit in there at once. This is all I can do. Here we go. All right. Be back in a flash. All right. Timer went off. It's done. Water is at 143.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Kind of coincides with 60 Celsius. Got some oil and scum floating on top. Let me lift that basket up if it, well, I don't know if the basket's going to hold all that weight, but I guess we're going to find out, aren't we? As you know, I'm not really afraid to fail. Here we go. crap, that's hot. Okay, I got her out of there. I'm gonna have to get some gloves. Hold on. All right, I got some big bulky leather gloves from welding, but that's better than burning my hands. Okay. So we're looking mighty fine, mighty fine. Rinse that off a little bit. Still got a little carbon around the edge. All right, let's try another one here. You stay right there. Yep, still got some carbon along the edge. Same with that one. So we're going back in for 15 more minutes. You look at these parts. Mostly clean. Not all the way clean. All right. I've seen enough. Going back in. Okay. Drop that in there. Stick that back down in there. Get that to sit down inside there. It's still hot through these gloves. Well, I'll just have to flip that over halfway through. Here we go. Can't push it. There we go. All right, while that thing's buzzing away in the background, I was wondering why my test piece came out so great. And the stuff I pulled out of the ultrasonic cleaner over there after 15 minutes didn't look as good. Well, my test solution, I used Simple Green A-Team oil eater, pine salt, Dawn, baking soda, same stuff. But I had like an ounce of each of these plus the baking soda. There was 5 ounces of detergent. I added 20 ounces of water. So I had a 25-ounce solution. Then, after I put that in, I got 4.5 gallons roughly in there of water and soap. I was rearranging the parts and just added more water, and it dawned on me, I got like 5 gallons of water in there now, that my detergent ratio was way off. I got like 72 or 75 ounces of stuff in there. I should have 128. That's like a gallon to 5 gallons of water. A gallon of detergent, 4 gallons of water. Kind of like here, I had a 4-to-1 ratio, 4 water to 1 detergent. So I'm really light on the amount of detergent that I have in my ultrasonic cleaner over there. So that's probably why the parts aren't coming out as clean as they should be. Because I screwed up when I put all that in there. I should have a lot more detergent. Well, maybe when I do the next batch that's laying in the oil pan over there, maybe I'll whip up a new batch of solution or simply just add some more soap to that and push on. I am getting a hell of a mess in here. I'm good at making a mess though. There's the trans valve covers there, radiator. Pulled out the whole heater box, air conditioning, evaporator, heater core, all that assembly out of there because I want to rebuild all that while I have everything apart. Okay, let's see. We got about 2 minutes left on that, and then we're going to yank them out and take a peek. All right, I just pulled up the basket. Look at this stuff. The parts are looking a lot better, a lot cleaner. They do have a little oily film on them because there's so much oil floating around in that water. But they're doing good. Whoops. Good and hot. Those are finally looking good. They've been in here for half hour now. Guess I should have had that bolt pulled out of there. All looking a lot better. Still do have some carbon up in there. They're looking good though. I'm not happy about not having the correct amount of detergent in there when I did this. So what I'm going to do, I got all this detergent laying around. I'm just going to dump a bunch more in that water. Because if I go and redo it, then I'm going to have to use double the amount of detergent than if I just add some to it, if you follow me. So I'm just going to add some to it and let her cook for 20 minutes and then check it. Okay, 20 minutes are up. I did dump a bunch of different additional cleaners in there. Water level's pretty high, so I know I got at least 5 gallons of water in here. 143.2 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to be hot. Let's go for it. Yep, that's hot. All right. Good and hot. Timing cover is looking good. I think the gasket will actually start to come off now. Crap, that's hot. All right, pistons. All right, I have to be a sissy. I got to put some gloves on. That's tough. It's just hot. Okay. All right. Looking good except for a little on the side of the piston above the rings. Kind of wipes right off though. Rod looks real good. Inside the piston looks real nice. Set that one a bit over there. Same thing here. Looking mighty fine. Rod looks great. Inside the piston's nice and clean. And this went for 20 minutes, by the way, with some extra detergent in there. That's looking good too. So all pistons are all good. The main bearing cap, that looks great. So does this one. All the bolts are clean. I guess I can bring you guys over here to show you that stuff better. All right, so everything's nice and clean. You can see down inside, piston is nice and clean too. Piston top looks good. There's just a little bit up at the top edge, but I know that'll come off real quick with a wire brush. Another one out of the water here. That all looks good. I'm going to call these done, even though it does have a little bit of residue along there. I'm not going to worry about that. I can knock that off quick. But all the bolts, caps look good. So next up, I'm going to be dumping in the other 3 pistons. And this ought to get a few of you guys excited and yelling and screaming. I'm going to reuse an oil pump. Now, a lot of you are going to, hey, you never do that. Well, you can never do what you want to never do. But this pump is in real good shape. I'm going to clean it up in the ultrasonic cleaner and reuse it. And I'll come back after I get all that stuff clean. I'm not going to bore you with all these increments. I'll just show you the end result. Let me get my glove off here and I'll stop the camera. Be back soon. Okay, the final 3 pistons are done. They were in there for about 45 minutes with the added detergent. Everything's looking real nice. Nice and clean. All the skirts look good. There's no carbon in behind the rings. That's all good. I am going to be buying new rings, and I can clean out any remaining carbon that's in there when I do that. I get new bearings too. Everything's looking nice. Even cleaned up some dry shaft U-bolts and the shifter column, pivot, bolt, bracket, whatever. Paint's starting to come off of that thing. And of course my oil pump that you guys will probably say never do. I'm doing it. So now I got to order up a bunch of gaskets, rings and bearings, get this thing put back together. But first I need to lubricate these pins. It's got some holes here for oil to go down in, plus I can put oil on each side of the pin. Because the pin itself, it's a, I don't know what you call it, it's not a full floating pin, but it moves back and forth with the rod. So I'm going to oil all those up real good, because I'm sure that water and cleaner is not good for bearing surfaces like that. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be talking to you on the next one. Bye.